Good evening. So I'm here with my Benjamin Trail NP Mk2, and I'm just going to show you how I did the small adjustments to reduce the trigger pull from 6.5 pounds out of the box to 3 pounds, or 3.5 pounds actually. So what you need is obviously a screwdriver, take the stock off, a pair of pliers to make the adjustments to the springs, some grease. I use molybdenum LT2, and a trigger pull gauge after you finish the adjustments. Obviously make sure first of all your pistol is unloaded, so I know this is unloaded, there you go, safety's off. So first thing to do is to take the screws out. So you've got 4 screws that hold the stock on, 2 at the front, 2 at the back. The front ones at the front are slightly angled, so we need to remove these first. They're all the same size, so it doesn't really matter what order they go back in. It's quite a nice stock, this nice polymer stock. It's quite a firm fit. But obviously with all springers, and also this being a gas piston, you need to check your screws every so often because obviously they can vibrate loose. Okay, so remove these first, and this will allow you to lift the stock off. Now you've got a spring that actually locks your safety in position on and off, so when you put your stock back on you have to make sure your trigger safety is in the hole, and make sure the spring sits underneath the trigger safety. Okay, so we'll put it on its back like this, or on its top should we say. Just lift the stock off and you'll see your safety is free floating now. So what we're going to do is just going to zoom in a little bit and show you parts of the actual pistol. Just move this across, zoom a bit more. I think that might be, that's better, yes, we can see that. Right, so what you've got, just come forward a bit more, okay, so you've got your 3 pins that hold your trigger in, that holds the sear lever, and you've got a pivot point there that operates, and then you've got a lock inside there. You might be able to see it. If I pull the trigger you'll be able to see it operate. There you go, see it, and then, so when you cock the pistol, that lower seal's latched, and then as you pull the trigger, that's your first stage, and then your second stage releases the actual sear fires the pistol. So this is your spring for your safety, so that sits, your safety sits on top of that when you reassemble it. Okay, so what adjustments I made here, you've got a spring here, yeah, and this is basically your trigger spring. So what I did, I got my pair of pliers, yeah, and I put them right in there like so, and I just tweaked them down a little bit, okay, on both legs. And I also did the same with these at the back here, yeah, you see a spring, and I just grabbed it and just tweaked them down, yeah, just took a little bit of tension off them, not a lot, okay. And then with my LT2 grease, yeah, I just lubricated everything, all the pins, all the sear, all the operating faces, yeah, and I also lubricated, I'll just take it out just a little bit. Also lubricated this pin here that sits inside there, this link, and all the linkages here with a bit of molybdenum. That's all I did. Okay, so you've got your rear screws go into this hole here, and your front screws and stock screws go into there and that. Okay, so then all it's a simple case of just popping it all back together again. So you pop your stock back on like so, and make sure your safety is in the, like I said, the safety can become loose, but it can only go in one way. So pop that back over there. Okay, make sure your stock's in. So that should be engaged with the spring now. See, the spring sits underneath it. And then just a case of putting all the screws back in. I recommend you put all the screws back in first and then tighten them up once they're all in. Okay, so basically you won't get them distorted. So to start the threads, flick it back. In fact, we'll put the front one in as well. Okay, like I said, these are slightly angled. Just put the screwdriver in. Normal cross point, doesn't appear to be any locking washers in there, so just a case of getting them all to sit in properly. Like I say, the back one is quite a tight fit, so you need to pull it in so they actually line up with the threads. Like, so we chuck some on the floor. Oh, that's bent. I shall find it in a minute. That's it. get that started, and then I need to find the other screw that I've just dropped. Yeah, there she is on the floor. Always happens when I do a one take video. Okay, then you pop that screw in there. So now they're all started, all the threads are started, you can go around and screw them down. Just zoom her out a touch. Okay, so yeah, every so often just check that they haven't come loose, because like I said, they can vibrate loose, like all pistons, gas pistons, and also springers can vibrate loose. That's it, just do it nice and firmly. You don't need to over tighten them, just sit till they actually stop turning, like so. That's it, and that is all I did to reduce the pull from 6.5 pounds to 3.5 pounds. Yeah, really nice, shoots really well. And if you see my shooting video, my most recent one, freestanding at 10 meters, shoot some flip ups. Yeah, which is an accurate pistol in the right hands. So I hope you like that little video. Take care, and thanks for watching.